Selenium WebDriver is still widely used web test automation tool in the industry, and it is worth to learn. There has been a lot of recent changes in Selenium WebDriver. So I am going to start a fresh playlist on Selenium with Java programming language. So this playlist is going to cover basics to advanced concept of Selenium WebDriver. It will include all the recent changes as well. It will be suitable for both beginners and experienced in test automation industry. And I have prepared a list of 120 plus topics to be covered as part of this playlist, and I have set the timeline of 6 months. I am Amod and welcome to my YouTube channel Retarget Common. So before I start about Selenium, let's see why test automation is required. So first reason we have, it saves time, so money. Let's see a basic scenario. Suppose there are 100 test scenarios for an application. When any developer adds a new feature or fix some existing bug, then as a tester, it is our responsibility to ensure that because of those new changes, existing things have not been broken. Once we certify it, then only we can give the sign off and product can be delivered. But to execute those 100 test cases, it would take time. If it takes time, it will take the resources as well. And obviously we need to have the delayed delivery. But suppose somehow we manage to automate those 100 test scenarios. Let's say 80%, because 100% test automation is context based. But if you are managed to automate 80% of test cases as well, then you are going to save the time to execute those 80% test cases manually. So obviously you are going to save time, so money will be saved because it will require less resources and you can deliver the product soon. So that is the basic reason why we require test automation. Test automation also increases test coverage. Suppose a test scenario needs to be tested for 100 set of data. If you try to do it manually, being a human, it is possible that we can make the mistake. But if we write the automation logic for that and we pass those 100 set of data, then my code is going to behave same way with all set of data. So we are going to have more test coverage and accuracy. And obviously because of all these reasons, we can deliver the application faster. And this is a major boost for agility. In most of the project, we follow agile. So in that 2 weeks or 3 weeks of time frame, we need to develop the application, we need to test and we need to deliver as well. So if we have test automation in our project, then it will be a boost for agility. Now let's see what is Selenium. Suppose you want to buy a product from Amazon. So you will open a browser and you will put the Amazon URL. Then you need to log in with your credentials and you need to search for the product, add to the cart, checkout. Basically, we are going to perform these steps. All these steps we can automate with the help of Selenium. So Selenium is a set of tools which allows you to automate the browser, and majorly it is used for automating web application for the testing purpose. But you can use it for any repetitive work performed on web application. We can use Selenium to simulate activities performed on a website like typing, clicking, selecting a value from the drop-down, etc. Selenium supports multiple browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari, and also supports all 3 major operating systems like Mac, Windows, Linux. The major point of Selenium is that it supports multiple programming languages. So if you are good in Java, use Selenium with Java. If you are good in JavaScript, then use Selenium with JavaScript. So when we say Selenium, actually it is a set of tools, and majorly we have 3 tools in Selenium. First, Selenium WebDriver, Selenium IDE, Selenium Grid. Earlier we had one more, Selenium RC, Remote Control, which is deprecated. So what is Selenium WebDriver? So at the high level, in Selenium WebDriver, we have a set of APIs, and browsers also have their automation APIs. So Selenium WebDriver API will communicate to browser automation API to perform or simulate user activities. We'll see the actual working of Selenium WebDriver in upcoming videos, but at the high level, this is the way it works. Then we have Selenium IDE. You must have heard of QTP, which is like record and play tool. Similarly, we have IDE in Selenium, Integrated Development Environment. Usage of Selenium IDE is very less, but it is really good. I have tried recently and I really liked it. So I'm going to make some videos on that as well. And third tool is Selenium Grid. This is the major tool of Selenium. It allows you to run test cases in different machines across different platforms. So should I learn Selenium WebDriver? Yes, we should learn, because this is still widely used test automation tool in the industry. It was founded in 2004 and now it has been 19 years old in 2023. Another advantage of Selenium is that it is free, open source, which makes the number one choice for the industry to opt it. It requires effort to add capabilities, but it is worth. And obviously we have a great community support. Whatever doubt you have in Selenium, ask anywhere, you can get the answer quickly. And also we have multiple free sources of learning it. So let's see at high level what I'm going to cover in this playlist. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to cover all the basics to advanced concept of Selenium WebDriver with Java programming language. I'm not going to cover Java in this playlist. I will create another on Java. It will include TestNG concepts. It will include industry level Selenium framework. I will also cover Maven or Gradle. I will integrate with multiple Java libraries. And at the end, I will cover the basics of Docker, Git and CI/CD. As I have already mentioned that I have created a list of 120 plus topics. So you can assume how much contents are coming. I have a request to the testing community. If you have any feedback or suggestions to improve this playlist more, you can comment on this video or you can send out a mail to me. Thank you everyone.